people, and welcome back to my DIY clothing and fashion channel. And for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this velvet pants into a piece outfit. You guys, it is so easy. Anyway, let's go jump into this tutorial. So first, we're going to measure 5 inches from the crotch. Now you can measure it depending on how long you want your shorts to be, but I'm going to measure mine at 5 inches so that when I cut it, I don't want it to be too short. So I rather add more inches to my shorts instead of making it too short, so that I have enough fabric left over to work with. We're going to repeat the same step for the next side. So after cutting that, you just want to test fit your shorts to see how long it is. Now these are too short and I definitely want to make it shorter, so I'm going to use some pins and just spin it as to the desired length I want. See, that's why we never cut it too short, else we would have enough fabric to work with. Hey guys, if you're definitely enjoying this video, why don't you go ahead and check out my other DIY videos, and also why don't you hit that subscription button. After doing that, you just going to make sure that you mark that area that you pin, but I'm just going to work with it like this because I know how to eyeball it, and I'm just going to serge off that extra fabric. This is what it looks like after serging the end to create a neat finish, but if you don't have a serger, you can just fold it over and give it a straight stitch, which is what I'm going to do now. This is the completed look of our shorts. You see how clean and professional it looks, and I'm just folding them together just to make sure everything was perfectly lined up and matching. OMG, I love these shorts. On your bust, and mine is 36, so I'm just gonna fold my tape measure in half and cut that, which will be 36, and make sure you add 1 inch extra for seam allowance if your fabric doesn't stretch. And I'm just folding this in half to make sure everything is perfectly matching on equal sides. So I'm just cutting each section so I can enter my crop top. Then you're going to need to stitch both side seams. After stitching your side seams, just go ahead and flip that over on the right side, and then we're just gonna stitch our hem on both the top and bottom. Just give it an inch fold over 2 times and straight stitch. Now I'm going to use that other extra piece of fabric to make the sleeve. Now remember, this is a 1-sleeve crop top, and I wanted to use the hem, which is already done for the pants, for the hem of the sleeve, and just go ahead and trace that out of a sleeve of a top that you own at home. Then we're just gonna pin that in place and cut it out. After pinning everything together, you're gonna go ahead and stitch the side seam for the sleeves. After stitching the side seam, just go ahead and test fit it to make sure it perfectly fits you. And you guys, I always test fit my garments whenever I finish making it. Okay, so now we're going to use an elastic band just to neaten the sleeve armhole. Just going to sew that all the way around with a zigzag stitch. After doing that, I'm going to fold it over again and do another zigzag stitch on top of that. And if you do not have an elastic band, you can always do a straight stitch all the way around. And yes, I am doing another test fit. Now we're going to go ahead and stitch the sleeve onto the crop top, and we're going to do it as an off the shoulder top, so we're only going to stitch the underarm section of the armhole of the sleeve. And after doing that, this is the final look. Ta-da!